good. Okay, you got to come in and make that tackle. All right, off you go. From the fly half, that B defender stands in line with the fly half. So that's why that spacing is bigger, because they're responsible for the fly half. They're also responsible for defending in here. So if we have, can I get somebody to stand the fly half for me? Go fly half. Now basically, you stand on the inside shoulder of the fly half. So is that fly half far enough away, or do you need the fly half further on here? Good there? Fine. So now you're on his inside shoulder. That's why that space is bigger here. If he stands in here with a normal spacing, then the C defender is opposite the fly half, and then we're going to be short out wide. So we save ourselves being short out wide by standing on the inside shoulder. Now you still have all the jobs, even though you're opposite him, you still have all the jobs you had if the scrum half ran. So the scrum half runs, just come on the other side of the ball. You're attacking now. So you can do those little wrinkles that we did where you run across and you come under and you come wide. You still have to defend all that. But if the halfback passes the ball to the fly half, your role is different now. So give the ball to the fly half. You now come up and take the fly half there. That's your job, okay? So this role can change. That role may be needed to defend the other fly half. If they have another runner on the outside here, okay, you might have to defend that person. But if the ball goes straight to the fly half, you've got that. You've got the fly half. You got that. So when you think about it, just knees down on one knee, you guys. Yeah. When you think about it, the team that are attacking from here can really attack in three places. They can attack with the 9, trying to go through here, like we showed. They can give the ball to the 10. The 10 can come to the line and pass it back inside, or the 10 can take the ball and pass it outside. 3 ways. So the next segment I want to show you how to defend when 10 gets the ball and feeds it back inside. All right? Stand up. So, you stand behind the halfback. All right? Because you're a threat here. You're watching the halfback. So if the ball goes straight to 10, give the ball to 10, 10 goes to the line and dumps it back inside, you've got him. And you're stepping up in here. Step up in here. There you go. So you see that? So we keep our line intact. So let's see that real time. Okay? There. All right? If the fly half passes 2 channels in. Watch it. You're going to pass it into him here. All right? Who's got him? Yeah, you have. Surprise. Let's do it. Goes to 10. Let it go. Goes 2 channels in. You got him. All right? So you've got all eventualities covered. Now there's one more you've got to watch for. All right? I'm going to put extra attacker out here. All right? I'm going to put a... You just move the pad. I'm going to put a center here. All right? Can I get a center? Yep, you get. All right. So, when you get the ball, play half, I want you to... I'll take your place and I'll show you exactly. Take the ball. So I get the ball, and I run across on a switch play. All right? Come across. All right? You've got to follow me. Yeah. Whether I give out the ball or I don't give out the ball, you've got to follow me. Because if you sit down on that, then it's a dummy switch. Just come under. You stay there. I can go through here. Or everybody's got to come in. So, but if I give her the ball on the switchback, you come at me, you got to pick up the switchback. You see that? Okay, let's do that. You take my place. Let's see that real time. Ready? And play. There you go. Now, one other thing can happen here is when you switch back, you pass the ball inside to him. Who's got him? Correct. All right, so you're watching that channel there. Okay, there you go. Ready? Let's do it with a bit of intensity. Go. And there we go. All right. So we've got every eventuality covered. Now the key is here, listen to me. Your assignment can change based on whether the attack comes from the 9 or from the 10. Okay, so can we go back and practice for like 5 minutes, the ball coming back inside from 10, and then for the next 5 minutes, let's do it where it can come attack off the 9 or the 10. And you get this. So these 3 people here should be able to lock down those attacks. All right, no matter what. You got it? All right, let's.
I'm over here. I'm looking at.
From the fly half on attack. Okay, that B defender is going to stand opposite me. So we've covered now if the scrum half attacks here with players, or the fly half attacks here and passes inside. We've got that covered, right? Okay, now what happens if the fly half gets the ball and passes outside? Then things are very different. Alright, so now I want to deal with that. Okay? And it's important, it's going to be hard to do this really well the first time, but it's important to understand what you're trying to do. So if you leave here this morning, you understand what you're trying to do, then you can be on the right pathway. Now here's the attack. So we have how many defenders here? 5 defenders. And how many attackers do we have? 5 attackers. When that ball is passed here and they run and pass, does this defense have a problem? Yes or no? No, not really, unless you miss a tackle. It's 5 on 5. So they just come up and take the person opposite them and then everyone's good. But the first thing they've got to do is look at their alignment. Alright? I'm just going to change something slightly here for visual effect. I'm going to move this. So here's the offside line. Alright. Now, if all you guys stand on the line there, stand right up on the line, not over it, on the line. Okay, can you see the person on your inside? Can you see the person on your inside? Alright. Well, here's the problem you've got to overcome. I'm going to ask him, he can see it. If I turn you this way, can you see him now? And that you cannot let that happen when you're defending, because when I'm defending, I need this person. So the first thing you learn to do when you're defending is instead of standing in line, you stand a half a pace back. So can I take their place because I know what I'm doing? So instead of, I just do that. So I'm a half pace back. So now when I turn in a while, when I want to move out, I can still see him. If I'm on the line and I turn, I can't see him. So I'm half pace back. If you want to see him then, what have you got to do? Correct. So let's see you fix your alignment now. Yeah. Yeah. What do you do? Yep. So you see that line staggers naturally. So if everybody in this line turns their head and looks at that far wall, can you still see the people inside you? Alright, you turn too far as you can. The other thing is I bring you closer together. You can come in a step. You can go not too far, that's okay. In a step, in a step, in a step. Alright, come in, come in, come in. Too far. There you go, come in, come in, come in. See that spacing? That's slipping a bit far. Just come a little bit again. So there's 2 things you've got to do to defend outside the fly half. Is you have to get your spacing right so you're not too far apart, and you have to step a half pace behind the person inside you, so when you turn, you can see them. That's really important. Does everyone understand that? Get your spacing, get your alignment. Excellent. What will help you as well is put your outside foot forward. Put your outside foot forward. There you go. Now that's a perfect defensive line. It's got proper spacing, proper alignment, and the outside foot forward. And this is the B defender. It's got pillar A here. Now, if we took the F defender out, come out, all right? Have we a problem now? A small problem, all right, because, sit down, sit down, sit down. With a small problem because you have an extra attacker, all right? So what we need to do is, when they make the first pass, so if you pass the ball to stop there, when she makes the first pass to the next teammate, make the pass, this player can now push on to her, you push on to the next person, and what happens now? We're okay again, aren't we? And let's call it drift or wedge defense. So let's do that, real time. Ready? Okay, you've got to move the ball, you can run and pass. Ready? And now we're good again, you see that? We're good again, you see that? By moving one. Okay? Question? We'll get to that. You want to know when, okay? So, we need two triggers here. The first trigger tells us when to come up. And the second trigger tells us when we can push out. Alright? And because we have to play together, okay, get your alignment guys, please. Alright? When the scrum half passes the ball, the call is turf, because you're going forward, you're eating up the turf, okay? And then once she passes, you shout wedge. And when you shout wedge, it means that he has your attacker, then you take the next attacker and you wedge him and you wedge him. So you should all wedge each other across. He can't be the only person speaking. Everybody has to shout turf. When he shouts turf, everybody turfs. And when he shouts wedge to you, you wedge him, you wedge him. Because they won't wedge until you tell them. All right, let's do it one more time. Ready? And we're good. Have we got a problem now? A bigger problem, isn't it? Why? Because there's two extra. So the first time there was no problem because they had 5, we had 5. We come straight up. The second time it was 4 against 5 with a small problem. We only had to come up and push out one channel and we were good again. Now we have a bigger problem. We've got to push out 2 channels, don't we? So we turf and we to wedge and we to wedge again before we can make the tackle. Alright. Now, let's do that and see what happens. Then we'll talk about it. Set. They're pretty good, they got it, okay? Okay, 2. Now it's tough. Pass. Now, number 8 here got slightly ahead of the player inside him. You should not get ahead of the player inside you. At C defender, you should not get in front of B defender. Alright, because once you turn, you lose them and then you think you're on your own. Okay, let's go again. 5. Alright, now pass. We don't have to wedge, do we? No, we're good.
No, this was the outside center last year. But this one, it's horrible.
Okay, to wrap up on the Buffalo coaching camp, we went through a number of things this weekend which are really relevant to high school coaches and players. We talked about passing, we talked about lines of running, we talked about decision making with the ball. We've also talked about the contact area of the tackle. The tackle becomes the ruck, the role and assignments at the ruck, and what's a priority, and presenting the ball so you get quick continuity. And we've also talked about the defensive side of the game, how to defend from the source of possession at the base of the ruck, again the roles and assignments associated with that. So there's quite a lot of stuff here that's, I think, very important to high schools. Hopefully the drills and the key factors that we've talked about will be of value to people going forward, and that's really what it's about. It's a weekend of high school rugby, and hopefully there's information there for everybody.
Thanks.